Patrick Shawn Betz, known by his middle name, Shawn, was born on June 21st, 1976 to parents Dennis and Barbara Betz. By 1988, Shawn was 11 years old and attended Sierra Vista Elementary School in his hometown of Upland, California. Barbara described her son as happy-go-lucky, and friends described him as mischievous and tough, but street smart, who always had a smile on his face. Shawn loved playing baseball, video games, and skateboarding. He was also a very happy and kind person who often helped carry out chores at the Radio Shack store in town. On the night of January 20th, 1988, Shawn, his mother, Barbara, and his sister Pamela visited the Pizza Chalet at their local strip mall, located on Foothill Boulevard and Euclid Avenue in Upland, to order some dinner. As Barbara ordered some pizza, Shawn asked his mother if he could borrow some quarters to play video games there. He then proceeded to ask his mother if he and a friend, who happened to be the pizzeria owner's son, could go to Upland High School to watch a basketball game together, to which Barbara agreed. However, the basketball game was an away game, meaning the match was played in nearby Chino, approximately 8 miles away from Upland. As he left, Shawn asked his family to save him some pizza. However, this was the very last time the Betz family ever saw the 11-year-old alive. Shawn and his friend were spotted at the pizzeria at around 9 p.m. after returning to the establishment, following the realisation that the basketball game was out of town. The pair were witnessed playing more video games. Shawn called it a night and decided to leave the establishment with an unidentified male adolescent, according to witnesses. However, he never made it home. His parents stayed up all night waiting for their son to return, but when he hadn't appeared by morning, Barbara and Dennis contacted the authorities to report him as missing. According to CrimeHound's 2022 YouTube video on this case, which was made to raise awareness of this extremely unknown case, much of which came from the Betz family themselves, Shawn's school received a strange phone call that morning, before anyone even knew he was missing. The stranger, who identified themselves as his grandmother, told the school that Shawn would no longer be attending as he was moving to Washington. Family confirmed that the woman on the phone was not Shawn's grandmother. Though she had previously lived in Washington, she was back living in California and fighting cancer at the time. Unfortunately, she passed away without ever knowing what happened to her grandson. Whoever the caller was, or how they knew this outdated information regarding Shawn's grandmother, or even that he was missing, remains a mystery. Initially, police assumed Shawn to be a runaway, due to the fact that he was due to go to juvenile court in the coming days following an altercation at school. However, his parents did not believe this to be a reason for their son to run away. He didn't seem particularly bothered by the scheduled court appearance. His mother even claimed that he never would have left home without some of his favourite belongings, including a comfort blanket. He had also left behind his baseball glove, a number of Little League baseball trophies, a remote-control truck, a General Lee toy car from the Dukes of Hazzard, a brand new boombox, and his backpack. Nothing appeared out of place in Shawn's bedroom, and no clothes were missing either. Police searched the house, even digging it up in 1991 following an anonymous tip, claiming that he was buried under the property, but they found nothing. The Betz family were left frustrated when police told them that Shawn would probably return home when he was hungry. They knew that this was not the case, and something was seriously wrong. According to the family, police didn't take the case seriously until 4 months had passed. Meanwhile, Shawn's family put up flyers around the community in the hopes that anyone with information would come forward, but unfortunately this was to no avail. Local authorities and media stations, as well as ones from further afield, were not interested in exploring Shawn's case any further, simply due to the fact he was listed as a runaway. This significantly hindered the search for him. Rather interestingly, the owners of the pizzeria shut up shop and left town a short time after Shawn's disappearance, which left many suspicious, especially since nobody in the locality seemed to know where they went, though some speculated they returned to their home country in the Middle East. Police did look into the family who owned the pizza chalet following their trail to Los Angeles, but found no reason to suspect they were involved in Shawn's vanishing. Unfortunately, the case subsequently went cold. Several potential sightings of Shawn were reported over the years following, however, all led to dead ends. Despite this, police are still actively investigating his disappearance and have followed up numerous tips and leads from across the country, but to no avail. Overall, this particular case received little to no publicity at the time or much thereafter. Shawn's face was placed on milk cartons and he was one of the missing children featured in the Soul Asylum music video Runaway Train in 1993. In December of 2021, Barbara Betz pleaded to the City Council to do more regarding her son's case, which had remained cold for 34 years. The police and residents of Upland are hoping that a break in the case will come sooner rather than later. In February 2022, YouTube channel Crime Hound released a video about Shawn's disappearance, which included information from interviews with various family members. Following the publication of this video, a number of people came forward with some information, and police did interview various people who they believed may have had some useful information regarding Shawn's disappearance, but their efforts proved to be fruitless. Authorities still aren't any closer to finding out the truth, though they reportedly took DNA samples from the Betz family in the hopes of finding answers. Thus far, however, no new leads have been established. Other than these efforts, very little has been done to publicise the case, which has left his loved ones understandably disheartened. Police, family members, and residents of Upland hope that social media will help shed more light on Shawn's disappearance, and in turn, hopefully reveal new leads for investigators. Shawn's father, Dennis, died in 2009 without ever knowing what fate befell his son. His mother, Barbara, told Crime Hound regarding her son's disappearance, quote, "It is hard for me to stay hopeful. Even if he is not alive, I'd still like to know what happened, where his remains are, where his bones are. I need some kind of closure." At the time he vanished, Shawn Betz was 11 years old. He is described as being Caucasian with brown hair and green eyes, standing at 4 feet 7 inches tall and weighing approximately 90 pounds. Notably, he had some skin discoloration on his lower left jawbone near his chin. He was last seen wearing a grey shirt, a pair of grey trousers, and a pair of white shoes. Over the years, numerous age progression images have been created by the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children to depict how Shawn would look at various stages of his life, with the latest rendering being released in 2018. If he is alive today, Shawn Betz would be 47 years old. Those who have any information regarding the whereabouts of Patrick Shawn Betz or have any information regarding his disappearance, no matter how big or small, are urged to contact Upland Police Department on 909 946 7624.